Hey everyone, it's Deli here, obviously, and welcome to a brand new video. I'm excited today because we're doing something really random and we're going to be making a photograph of me to look like the Sims 4 Simself of me to give it like a hyper-realistic sim look. You'll see what I mean once we get started. In today's live stream, because I have been live streaming over on Twitch, I'll put the details down below. So if you guys want to join the live streams, you can. We were talking about if and when The Sims 5 came out, what The Sims would look like. And some of you are asking, do you think it's going to be hyper realistic or do you think it's going to be more cartoony? I would assume cartoony, but it kind of made me feel like getting into Photoshop and photoshopping my face onto my Simself face and seeing what it would look like if it was more realistic. I'm excited to share it with you. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I know it's a little bit different, but hopefully it's interesting. All right, so basically I took this horrible photo of myself. It's just a selfie where my hair is not brushed, looking pretty bad. And I decided, you know what, it'll do. We're just gonna use it. And I just put it into Photoshop and started changing the curves in the picture and cut out a few bits and bobs and just started merging the two with the eraser tool. We're going to use a whole heap of different tools to kind of achieve our super hyper realistic sim. Now, I think one mistake that I did make that I wish I had done a better job of is that my face, my sim self face is too short. It needs to be a little bit longer. So I should have pulled the chin down a little bit more, but yeah, I think that's the only thing I wasn't really totally happy with. So I'm curious to hear what you guys say at the end. Maybe you guys will be like, this looks nothing like you. I don't know. I think I've always struggled to make a sim self version of myself. I find I don't have a face that is easily created in The Sims, and I'm kind of jealous of people who can make Sims that look like themselves. I don't know. I haven't been able to do it. I have seen some of you guys attempt it as well, and you've done a pretty good job. I don't think anyone's been able to nail it yet. So there's a challenge for you guys. See if you can actually make a sim that looks like me. And yeah, I always have little lines under my eyes. I guess we all do, but I've always had I always have little lines. So it's funny because I was like, I'll just blend these out because, you know, I'm in The Sims. It's fine. So I kind of had fun. And it felt a little bit like making myself as a Barbie doll, to be honest, because it is like what I look like, but then it's super smoothed out and super flawless. So I'm like, oh, I look so plasticky. This is so much fun. And perhaps this is completely self-absorbed. I don't know, but I thought it was interesting. And I decided to keep my natural eyebrows on the sim because I had a little bit of trouble merging the two. So it's mostly my real eyebrows. I just took away a few stray hairs because, you know. And we do a lot of color correcting too because different parts of my face had more pigments on them. Also, you can't really create my lips in The Sims 4. My lips were not made to close. Like my jaw, if I just rest my face, like my mouth is always a little bit open. So Sims, they always rest with their mouth closed unless you have a little mod that kind of allows you to open it a bit, but it kind of makes your lip look plumper. So I didn't want to use that either, but my face, I just hate it when I have to close my lips. In Australia, and I think globally, when you get your passport photo taken, you have to put your lips together if you physically can. So like you can't show teeth. And I just hate it because my passport photo, I look so awkward in it. And like the photo I took there, see how my lips aren't meant to be closed? I don't know if any of you guys deal with the same issue where your mouth doesn't relax closed. Maybe it's like a jaw thing. Maybe my jaw was never properly formed, or maybe it's okay. Who knows? But yeah, I don't think my mouth will ever look great in The Sims. But I do like the lips that I ended up with. It's got a little bit of my natural lips in there, a little bit of The Sims lips. I just did the best job that I could. And you can see there's a lot of issues with the color around my eyebrows. You'll see that it's a little bit lighter surrounding them. And my neck is a little thicker, and my shoulders, I definitely have always had broad shoulders and like a very distinctive is it your trapezium? That muscle there, like I have quite a V, and what can I say? I'm pretty buff up here. It's just how my body is. So yeah, that I could have probably made a bit bigger, like could have made my neck thicker and that bigger. But then I feel like that was kind of changing the Sims too much. So I just left it how it is. But it's kind of funny because I look a lot more petite. And yeah, we're just going to use like a gazillion different layers. I know those of you who are really good with Photoshop are probably just going to look at this and watch this and be like, what is she doing? But although I did go to Photoshop classes at uni and at school, most of it was self-taught. So I just go about it my own way. I just get around it my own way. And I think a lot of people do that, but it's definitely not the textbook way. I'll tell you right now. A lot of the time I just make layers and layers and layers and keep fusing them together and then doing another layer on top and on top. And really for this, to get the skin to look really smooth, I used a lot of oil paint styling and then erasing the parts that needed to be a little bit more detailed. And I kind of did that over and over again to smooth out the skin more and more and more and merge the different images together more. Just had to color correct the nose there because I do have a little bit of pink pigment around my little nosy. It looks like it's been blown a gazillion times. And it's just like normal changing skin pigments there. I could have taken a really nice photo under some lights with fresh makeup, but I really couldn't be bothered. So yeah, that's why we're just correcting in Photoshop. I mean, do you need to take a good photo when you can just make it a good photo in Photoshop? You do, because it'll look way better. But anyway, for this, it's fine. So yeah, this is like little Deli Sim. I kind of look very young. I kind of look like I'm a preteen, which is okay. We love that. And it's a little bit of a blast from the past. Just smoothing out the forehead. Actually, oh yeah, we're using the healing tool. We are going to use the dodge tool. Now, if you don't know much about Photoshop, the dodge tool pretty much just lightens whatever you apply it to. And it kind of it lightens it in a cool way, so it becomes very, very white if you go over it over and over again. But I'm going to do that just to give the face a little bit more heightened contrast, I guess, the difference between light and dark. And I do that because in the actual Sims game, there are really light parts of the face and then really dark parts of the face, and then they're blended. So yeah, I also needed to kind of change the perspective of my head too, because it was a little skewed, I felt. And the head was looking like it was further back than the body. So I just kind of brought that forward. And then I wanted to find some Create a Sim bits and pieces. Shout out to the Sims resource, because I believe I did just take this picture from your website. Hope you don't mind. Although I don't know where you got the picture from. Maybe it's just a picture that's been floating around for a while. And I just thought it'd be nice to add these Create a Sim elements to make it look like a little bit more recognizable that I'm trying to put my head in the Sims and not just like, this is me looking like a creep on a random blue background. Context is everything, okay? So yeah, just trying to blend that in, probably change the background color a little bit too much, but yeah, it's just an experiment. So yeah, putting that together, and I kind of would love to do this with like famous people, pictures of famous people. That would be kind of fun, like famous Sims and Create a Sim merged with their photographs. Like Angelina Jolie, I think would look really, really cool because she's already got such a unique and incredible face. You know, like her face is just kind of alien-like. It's so beautiful. So maybe I could do that, or I don't know, maybe I could do some of you guys. Let me know in the comments down below anyway. And yeah, this is like I was saying, using the dodge tool just to, you know, give it a little bit more, I think, depth. It definitely makes it look a little bit more 3D. It was looking a little 2D before. And my neck was really, really dark. So I decided to kind of lighten it up and buff it out a bit, and it kind of looks creepy. Like, I feel like if we had AI technology and I made a clone of myself, this is what they would look like, and they'd be like, hello Deligracy, how are you today? So creepy. And yeah, again, look how many layers we have. We like have a gazillion layers. I'm just going into liquefy for a little bit. I'm just going to, again, make the face look a little bit more three-dimensional by using this sphere tool to kind of blow out cheekbones. I do like that I have high cheekbones. That's something that I really love because, you gotta love some things about yourself. I like these, these little chubby cheeks. And then a little bit on the bulb of the nose, a little bit of the forehead. I wanted that to look a little bit more 3D and rounded because in the Sims look 3D. We don't want it to look too flat. So we're just bringing it all out, going hello. And also trying to make the face look a little bit more symmetrical because obviously in real life, your face is not symmetrical. Do you ever look in the mirror and realize, oh my gosh, my eye is smaller on that side than the other side? Yeah, I was just trying to make it look a little bit more like Sims. So that's why we're just pulling the eyes out a little bit, pushing them in, evening out the corners of the mouth, all of that good stuff. And we're pretty much almost finished here. I think we're going to sharpen the image a little bit. We're going to maybe do another oil paint overlay. And I think it kind of looks cool, although I could have done a better job on the collarbone. The collarbone is wonky, which is a shame. And I thought it would be nice, like a nice little detail to add the Sims 4 logo in the corner as well, because we want to give context, like I said before, so you guys know what you're looking at. And I was going to do like a crazy color, but in the end, I just used a Sims logo without the 4 because I thought, well, maybe it'll look a little bit Sims 5-y or any kind of Sims hyper realistic. And then this is the before and after. So let me know what you think, guys. I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. I'll speak to you soon. Susu!